Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel, Southern Tea Room. It's your girl, Lady J, back bringing you the latest female rap tea and, urban news. But before I get into my video, I'm gonna need y'all to go ahead and hit that thumbs up for me, comment down below, share, and since you're here, subscribe to the channel per usual, baby. So, first off, real quick, I want to speak on Cardi B and Tasha K. Now, Cardi has officially went after Tasha K's YouTube money, y'all. So, after Tasha K had only $1,000, a little bit over $1,000 left in her bank account, Cardi is now seizing her YouTube income, okay? Because Tasha K got them coins from YouTube. So, let me know what you think about that. Now, I understand suing her because of the things she said about you and wanting to make, an example out of her. That's cool and all, but let's keep it a buck. Cardi knew from the beginning that Tasha K don't have no $4 million to hand over to this woman. Cardi knows this, okay? So at this point, I feel like Cardi's being a bully and she's trying to take everything Tasha has, and that's extreme to me because for one, it's not like Cardi needs the $4 million. I mean, I don't know, she might because of all these lawyer fees she got to pay because Belcalis love being a court child, but she know damn well she ain't gonna get this money from Tasha K, and at this point, she taking money from more than just Tasha, and Cardi knows that as a mother. Tasha K is a mother too, and like I said, I understand Tasha K was wrong and wanted to make an example out of her, but I just think Cardi needed to at some point let this go. She proved her point, okay? At this point, you were trying to make sure she only has a cardboard box to her name, and that's not cool to me, especially when kids is involved. But you let me know what you think about that. Now, the next thing I want to quickly cover is, speaking of Cardi, JT dropped a song on, I guess, SoundCloud. She put it on Twitter. And even though she said it was old, people are calling cap. And baby, I'm one of them people, okay? I'm calling cap, bitch. And if it's old, she definitely went back and added to it because she said things like, I'm with my nigga playing fetch by the pool. I'm a big dog, bitch, you scrappy dude, doing wifey shit for a nigga knowing he don't fuck with you. Like, baby, keep it real now. Last week when her and Cardi were going at it, Cardi called JT a lap dog, and then JT called her a wiener dog, and JT said that she ain't a lap dog, she a big dog, and then Cardi B told her to go fetch. So she's using the same jargon, the same language that was being used during that Twitter spat. So I'm calling cap on JT. It might have been an old song, but you definitely added to this, baby. I'm gonna need her to stop being Miss Puss in Boots and stand on that shit like when she added Cardi B, okay? Don't go backwards, stop backing down, and be the real street bitch you claim, and keep it a buck. But y'all let me know what y'all think about that below. Now for the main topic and advisory, it is a lot. So if you didn't know, last night on Twitter, it was a lot, okay? It was another female rap saga of nothing but drama. So the past few weeks, the rap girls, they've been going at it. Cardi went at it with Akbar, JT, tried to meet up to fight Malibu Mitch, and she wasn't dragged for any of that shit, but let Nicki argue with a rap bitch. And it's, oh, she's bitter, oh, she's this. But Cardi done argued with 3 motherfucking rap girls in 1 week and tried to fight one, okay? And then on top of that, you had Asian Doll and Katie Got Bands going at it, and Asian shading Ivorian Doll, and Asian shading Nicki and JT, rap bitches shading JT, and all the girls on the Queen Mix. Like, it's been a lot. And then, of course, last week we saw Nicki Minaj unfollow Latto after Latto made a tweet that said this. A while ago, this artist called another artist, someone else I know was there, and heard it on speakerphone and said, "Why the hell you doing a song with that little ass girl? I know they feel dumb now. LOL, never let them knew about it either." So fans were speculating that this statement was about Nicki because Latto did tweet and delete it, which obviously we know that she wanted Nicki's attention, okay? And this is what these rap bitches do. They do this tweet and delete shit. They want to get her attention. So fast forward to yesterday, Nicki Minaj took to live to express her frustration about the Grammys taking Super Freaky Girl out of the rap category and moving it to the pop category. So Nicki had posed a very simple question, and that is, if Super Freaky Girl is a pop song, since they're moving into the pop category, what song or genre are they classifying Big Energy as? And that's a valid comparison. She also mentioned that the corporate giants stay moving the goalposts when it comes to Nicki Minaj, which, I mean, is true. And the ironic part is Big Energy and Super Freaky Girl is produced by the same person. And even that producer agrees that they both should be moved if one is moved because they are both sonically similar. And let's keep it a buck. Nicki is rapping throughout Super Freaky Girl, while Latto attempted to sing on Big Energy. And when MC Hammered sampled this same beat in the 90s, they nominated him in the rap category. So what the hell is the damn difference now? And Nicki doesn't mind being moved at all. That's not why she's mad. Her thing is be fair about it. okay, which I can agree with. It's not about calling out anyone or bullying anyone because Latto was not, for one, she was not the only comparison Nicki made in that live. And the only reason that Latto felt some type of way that Nicki used her song as a comparison, come to find out, is because she did not like the last conversation she had with Nicki Minaj. So she didn't like how the last conversation they had left off. Which, bitch, to me, that sounds like a personal problem. If your song makes sense to use as a valid piece of evidence or reasoning to support my, conclusion, why not use it as a comparison? Bitch, I can't control your weak ass feelings. Now, Nicki also let it be known in her live it's not to take away from anyone who has won a Grammy that they should be proud of it, and it's not to say that Latto or anyone else is not talented. But what do these rap bitches love to do, y'all? These hoes love to play that sympathy card. They quick to throw that hoe on the table like a draw full card during a Uno game, child. And that's what gets me. Okay, is this bitch claimed to be such a barb this whole time, but secretly recording conversations and keeping up with stan pages that are against Nicki Minaj and screenshotting this shit that they saying? So what jump started this shit? Okay, like I said, Nicki took to live to voice her frustration, and nowhere in the live was she malicious or being ill-spirited or anything. She was calm-mannered and articulated her thoughts very well, as she normally does, and she still has this live posted on her IG timeline if you want to take a look. Okay, so Nicki then took to Twitter to say this: I have no problem being moved out of the rap category, long as we are all being treated fairly. If Super Freaky Girl has to be moved, then so does Big Energy. Anyone who says differently is simply a Nicki hater or a troll. I'd actually love to see more street records win a male or a female, okay? I'm just saying right is right. And this is fucking facts. You heard my mother, okay? If you try to say otherwise, you just don't like Nicki Minaj. Point blank, period. It's that simple. You can agree with someone without liking them as a person, okay? You can dislike someone and they still be able to make valid points. They are still capable of telling the truth even if you don't fuck with them, okay? Super Freaky Girl deserves to be nominated in the rap category. Big Energy definitely needs to be in the pop category. But if they're going to move Super Freaky Girl to the pop category, they definitely need to do the same with Big Energy, okay? They need to keep that same energy. So Nicki went on to say this: could you imagine someone telling you not to complain about being treated unfair at your workplace? This is my job. I work very hard, no different from a 9-to-5 where you should speak up for yourself if you know you're a great employee and continue to be purposely sabotaged. And Barbs, there is no need to be angry. This is simply an open discussion, healthy dialogue. Independent thinking is what makes us human beings. In other words, she's telling the Barbs not to drag this hoe. But Nicki, I think it is a little bit too late for that, because the Barbs left Latto in the dust back in March when she tried to allude to Nicki Minaj being on the Big Energy remix. And then she wanted to get mad because the Barbs was on her ass saying that she just wanted to build hype up around the song, which I believe to be true, because, she never said, she came back and said that she never said or alluded to Nicki being on the remix, only to come to find out last night that she originally asked Nicki Minaj to be on the remix first before Mariah Carey, but Nicki declined. So Mariah Carey, Latto admitted, was her second choice, even though it was Mariah Carey's sample, child. So this is where Latto pissed me off and lost my respect, because then she tweeted this dumb shit: damn, I can't win for losing all these awards and nominations. I can't even celebrate. Like, bitch, why the fuck is you playing victim? Bitch, why the fuck you can't celebrate your bout-ass nomination, bitch? You was still celebrating after Kodak dragged your ass last week and talked bad to your ass about them hip-hop awards, and you ain't did not a fraction of this shit you doing today, all this hooped and hollering. You collaborated with that nigga. So what that say about you? Now, notice how she didn't even try to defuse the situation, but instead chose to play the sympathy card, even though this bitch didn't mention Nicki's name in countless interviews in this year alone for clout. And what really got fans upset is when Nicki Minaj then came out with her next tweet, because apparently Latto started texting Nicki Minaj after Nicki had, made these tweets. And though she publicly wanted to play victim, she privately agreed with what Nicki Minaj was saying behind the scenes. Like, nah, bitch, stand on your shit. So I want y'all to look at all these screenshots on your screen right now. Look at all the times within the past few months alone that Latto done called Big Energy a pop record. Didn't she say she was on the pop charts popping shit on the FNF remix? Bitch, I get being happy about your biggest single to date, but baby, it's one record. And what gets me, this wasn't even about Latto. This whole situation was not about Latto. Nicki was calling out the Grammys, who was one of the corporate giants trying to end her, trying to come for her. She wasn't even calling out Latto. The bitch is just waiting for the right opportunity to start with Nicki Minaj. Keep it a buck. She act like Nicki didn't also mention Drake's Hotline Bling and Beyonce's Renaissance and Doja Cat's Say So. Like, she made other comparisons on that live, not just Latto, but of course this Big Energy song got Latto feeling big-headed. And it's funny how Drake, The Weeknd, and Billie Eilish can speak out and voice their frustrations with the Grammys, but when Nicki does it, she's a bully? She's bitter? I understand she might not have wanted Nicki to use her song as an example, but it made sense to use her song as an example, which she agreed with in Nicki Minaj text messages. Okay? Because your song is being nominated still in the rap category while they move hers to the pop category. Let's call the spade a spade. She did more rapping on her song than you did. And what's ironic too is that Super Freaky Girl has been #1 on the rap charts the past week it's been out, but it can't be nominated in the rap category? Make that make sense. So Nicki went on to tweet this after apparently Latto hopped in Nicki's messages and the combo went left, because Nicki's next tweet was this. This Karen has probably mentioned my name in over 100 interviews. Says she waited in line for Pink Friday with her Barbie chain on, bangs, pink hair, but today Scratch Off decides to be silent rather than speak up for the black woman she called her biggest inspiration. And shout out to T. Ash Miracle, by the way. I love her channel, and I'm very familiar with where Nicki got that word Scratch Off from. So in this tweet, Nicki, she showed how Latto was agreeing with her in her messages, but didn't, agree with her publicly, to prove a point. Which, bitch, if it made sense to use your song, it just makes sense. Nicki ain't responsible for your feelings. So Latto responded and said this. First of all, I texted you because I didn't want to do the internet shit with someone I looked up to. Just like the first time I DM'd you asking about your subtweets, I wanted to speak up like I said because I do agree, but the way you're going about it make it seem malicious, especially after how we left off. And let me just call cap. Bitch, if you wanted to speak up, you would have done just that. But instead, you wanted to play victim to the public. Let me guess. You ain't want to publicly say she was right because you ain't want Cardi B to call you a lapdog too, like she did Akbar and JT. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And if you wanted to speak up, then goddamn it, bitch, you knew what Nicki was saying was right. So why take your ignorant ass on Twitter to garner sympathy from the media, idiot? What Nicki say? They only love you and support you when it's beneficial, right? What the fuck did Nicki say? I told them it ain't no friends in the gang. They ain't learned that yet. All them bridges you came over, don't burn that yet. Niggas want respect, but niggas ain't earned that yet. Self-righteous and entitled, but they swear it on the Bible that they love you and really they know different from all your rivals. Nicki spilled. She been knew you bitches was fraud, which is why she hung up in that whole face, because she knew you was trying to set her up to say something. Like, Latto, wasn't you the one that was randomly smashing and stepping on a Barbie doll house in your It's Giving video and constantly referencing It's Giving Coke, knowing she's suing Nosy Ho Live over that saying? You didn't think we caught that, did you? But you claim Nicki to be throwing shade. Bitch, you letting Stan Twitter get you feeling some type of way. You can't even hold a candle to Nicki. You got Twitter having you feeling some type of way over a bitch you can't even hold a candle to. Now, Latto went on to say that she feel like Nicki been subbing her since, she spoke on Nicki's age and try to age shame Nicki. Whole time Latto looking older than Nicki Minaj. And what gets me is her so-called receipts was all from Stan pages, y'all. Nothing concrete. She claimed Nicki told her song is little and that she's not flourishing, and posted a recorded private phone call they had. But in the recording, Nicki never said any of what Latto had claimed. Latto, bitch, wasn't you just singing along word for word at the VMAs? But according to you, you've been had an issue since March? You captioning your photos using her Super Freaky Girl lyrics, but you had a problem since March? You still following her on social media, but was feeling some type of way since March? Alyssa, go sit your weird ass down, love. What's crazy is a tweet Latto thought was about her was actually about a whole TikToker, and a whole Barb came out with the receipts. Like, why do you think you are such a threat to Nicki, baby? Yo, first week album sales ain't even touched 30K. Now, Latto also mentioned Nicki being married and related to Rapiste, which you had no issue working with Kodak Black, baby. You had no issue working with Dr. Luke, and you have yet to ever speak out for sexual assault victims before today. You are using it to weaponize it against someone you claim you have so much love for. You wouldn't fucked up about her being related to these men prior to this shit yesterday. You liking family photos of her and her, you know, her husband, and asking for features and doing TikToks mimicking Nicki and shit. You weren't fucked up about them, her being related to them then. She doing what they want her to do. But Latto, bitch, remember this. Nicki Minaj's Rap Snacks outsold your last album, Frappuccino, okay? So the Grammys playing in her face. That's why Silk Sonic and Drake did not submit shit to the 2022 Grammys. They full of shit, but what can we expect when you allegedly got snakes on the Grammys nominating committee like Jason Lee and Ebro? Didn't Ebro call Super Freaky Girl a pop song? Once did Nicki say Latto doesn't deserve a Grammy nomination. She just said it needs to be moved to pop to make things fair, and that's true. And let's get one thing very clear. Nicki Minaj does not need a Grammy. She deserves one, and those are two completely different things. A lot of people who have a Grammy don't even deserve it because, let's keep it a buck, it's all about politics. But I know one thing for sure and two things for certain. I don't want Nicki to submit not another motherfucking thing to them Grammys ever again. They showed you time and time again they're not fucking with you no matter how much you contribute to this game and how much of an impact you have made in this culture. And another thing, fuck these rap bitches. Don't give now another hoe no feature. You've done plenty of charity work for the next 10 years. How a bitch gonna claim to love you and idolize you and speak on you damn near every interview and submitted songs to you multiple times, but don't want to congratulate you because they're making up their own narratives in their head based on Stan's Twitter? Won't congratulate you but posting the lyrics to Super Freaky Girl as your IG captions. Won't publicly defend you but can privately agree with you. Latto let this record get to her head. And now she for sure gonna get the push she want because she following the Cardi and Megan formula, like I said. Beef with Nicki to boost your career. Now she gonna get the push that she been wanting. This whole been plotting. That's why she was recording conversations and had screenshots stored and waiting. She was waiting on the right moment. And with that being said, Latto, you are officially a goddamn dud. Side note, I will say, I really do hope that moving forward, Nicki Minaj will make herself less accessible to these female rap girls, to avoid problems like this. You know, I really wish, you know, she would at this point just move like Beyonce or Rihanna at this point, because it's like she's too big of a star to even be addressing somebody like Latto anyway. So, I mean, I just wish that she would be less accessible as far as who she corresponds with, whether it be through the phone or through text messages. She need to just go through that with the label or, you know, the team or something like that. But, you know, it is what it is. Remember, y'all, this is my commentary, my opinion. You can let me know yours below. I look forward to reading your thoughts. Don't forget to give this video that thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Lounge with me on my Instagram and Twitter at Southern T with 2 A's at the end. I will see y'all in the next video.